Gaeng Keaw Wan is one of the most famous dishes in Thailand, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Noel Sudabut, and here at this channel, I make recipe videos, food videos, and food reviews. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, like, and share. Now, in my previous video, I made a Tom Yum Kung recipe video, and you guys seem to like it. So in this video, I'm gonna make another classic Thai dish, which is Thai green curry or Gaeng Keaw Wan. Now, I have to point out that Gaeng means curry or soup, Keaw means green, and Wan usually means sweet. But in this case, in an older, less used Thai language, it means subtle. So Gaeng Keaw Wan basically means curry with a subtle green color. Alright, so the chili paste is the base for everything. And we're gonna start off with lemongrass. As usual, use the back of the knife to bash the bottom part of the lemongrass to release the fragrance. And then cut the top half off because, quite frankly, it doesn't really do anything. Then chop it roughly and then put it aside. Gaeng Keaw, I have one here, cut into thin slices and then put it aside. Now shallots, peel it and then chop it. Garlic, bash it, peel it and then chop it. Everything here we don't have to be too neat, we don't have to chop it too fine because all the ingredients are gonna be turned into paste anyway. Next up, kaffir lime skin. I'm using a grater to grate the skin here, but you can also use a knife to shave off the skin also. Spur chilies. Now these are not spicy, but they're what gonna give the green curry its green color. Then it's time to bring out your pestle and mortar. If you don't have this at home, I highly recommend you invest in one because not only it's a staple in Thai cuisine, but you can also use it for other cuisines as well. Now it doesn't really matter what you put in first, but here I'm gonna start with lemongrass, Gaeng Keaw, then garlic, shallots, coriander seeds and cumin, kaffir lime skin, and then gapi or shrimp paste. This has a bold, almost pungent smell and it will give you that umami flavor. It's made from curry, which is tiny shrimps that have been salted, sun-dried, and fermented. Now I have a couple more things I'm gonna add to this. I'm going to start pounding and crushing all these ingredients because if you add everything in the mortar at the same time, it will overflow and then it will become very difficult to pound and crush. Then I'm going to start adding spur chilies, then bird's eye chilies. These are very spicy, so be careful. I'm going to add about a handful here and then continue to pound everything until it becomes a paste. This process should take quite a while, I would say around 30 minutes to 40 minutes. It's definitely time consuming and very tiring, but it's totally worth it. After about half an hour, you'll get something like this and your chili paste is ready. The ingredients for the curry. You're gonna need Thai basil, pea eggplants, Thai eggplants. I'm going to cut off the stem at the top and then cut this into quarters. I'm going to use about a couple of handful here. More spur chilies, but this time we're going to cut it at an angle. This is for garnish purposes. And now the main ingredient, which is chicken. You can use other kinds of protein like beef or pork, but here I'm using chicken thighs and breast. And I'm cutting it into small cubes, but to be honest, you can cut it however you like. Alright, now the cooking process. First, add coconut milk into a pan or a wok. Now this coconut milk that I'm using, I freshly squeezed this morning, but of course you can always use canned coconut milk. And usually we have to wait for the fat to separate from the coconut milk, but since I'm running out of time, I'm just gonna add the chili paste that we made from earlier right into the coconut milk and then give it a stir and wait until it simmers. Alright, this was a trick I pulled from one of the articles written by Ajahn Kukrit Pramod, who was a former Prime Minister of Thailand, an artist, a writer, and a food personality. And he likes to add extra roasted ground cumin during this process. This is totally optional, but I'm gonna add it here in this recipe of mine. And as always, give it a good stir. And then add the chicken. Give it a stir. In a separate pot, add chicken stock. You can use other kinds of stock like pork stock or beef stock. And then add more coconut milk. Bring it to boil and then add back the mixture from the wok. Now keep cooking, keep stirring, and then keep it on low heat for about 20 minutes or half an hour. Right before it's done, add Thai eggplants and pea eggplants. The reason why we add all these at the very end is because if we do it too early, by the time it's done, it will become too cooked and we do not want that. Then add a spare chilies for garnish. For seasoning, add palm sugar. This is to balance out the flavors really, because the coconut milk is already sweet in itself. And then for saltiness, add fish sauce. And lastly, turn the heat off and then add Thai basil. And again, give it a good stir. And we're done. So there you have it, Thai green curry or Gaeng Keaw Wan. Very authentic, very delicious. Not that simple to make, but really worth it, I'm telling you. Usually we have this with rice, but we can have it with this. It's called Khanom Jeen in Thai, which is Thai vermicelli. It's really good, goes really well. Pardon me, I'm just gonna use my hand real quick here. There you go. So you have the eggplants, you have chicken, Thai green curry Gaeng Keaw Wan with Thai vermicelli. So good. Alright, so that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you found it useful, please consider subscribing, like and share. And also, if you have any other questions at all, please leave it down in the comment below and I'll be sure to check them out and answer you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.